Okay. Hello.
Hello, I'm Aaron. That's Booster. We're your unemployed friends, and we just got out of a viewing of The Drama, starring Robert Pattinson and Zendaya and some other people.
Truly.
I forgot who directed it, but it was
Nobody.
written and directed by Christopher.
It was the same person.
Yeah, it was written
Someone
and
who
directed by
written
same
direct
guy.
nothing.
Basically, I looked at his Letterboxd earlier.
But it's an A24
Christopher
movie.
Borgley. It is A24.
So that's why everyone, that's why there's a big marketing push behind it. That's why everyone was excited
Yeah,
for it.
like there was some cool marketing that I found. Like a few months ago, they took out like an ad in newspapers to
That's
be
different.
like, Emma and Charlie announced their wedding, and I'm like,
corny.
that's really it's corny, but it's cool.
It's different.
Yeah, it's like it's cool, a cool way to advertise a movie. And it's Zendaya, Robert Pattinson, which is why I wanted to see it. You weren't particularly excited.
I was like, sure, I'll watch it, but I didn't hear anything about it, and the Letterboxd reviews were kind of middling because it just came out. And it's it's a romantic thing. It's all about it's the week of their wedding, and some secrets come out from the past,
some
and
drama even.
Drama comes out, and that they have to deal with that leading up to the wedding.
Yeah, it's like the nightmare scenario of what if you learned something like that completely changes your view of your partner literally a week before you're supposed to be married. Like, what the fuck do you do in that situation? And it really revolves around like Robert Pattinson's anxiety around that, which I think it's at least in the trailer. Whatever. The trailers, that's the basic plot. I think it was pretty good. I liked the score a lot. It was Daniel Pemberton who scored the Spider-Verse movies.
The bad guys.
He
did music
and the bad
for
guys.
Little Big Planet games. Shout out.
GOAT, I guess.
It was good. I mean, it made me think of Sorry Baby and how much better that score is. But
yeah, this Sorry Baby Moggs.
I don't know why.
Sure.
It reminded me, the camera work reminded me of Sorry Baby, not the story or anything.
It felt very personal.
It was up close and personal.
But I wish there were some more wide shots in this movie.
Well,
I'll say
I
that
liked
much.
the presentation a lot because there was a lot of times where it's very dialogue heavy. Like, this movie is called The Drama, but as I was sitting here, I was like, this should be called The Melodrama, because literally it is a melodrama. It's like, to like this movie, you kind of have to care about stuff that really doesn't matter that much. You have to care a little about, like, they said this, or this person said this. It's like, it is very melodramatic, but it's not like a soap opera. But it does feel it gets kind of down and dirty in the melodrama.
Yeah, it was a little cheesy, but it was a little like
you
cheesy.
can kind of see where it's coming from.
Yeah, but it's like I understand why every single person is reacting in this way to this information. Though I think all of us were like, that information wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's why it's melodramatic.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you making such a big deal about this and that? Like, who cares? But I like the presentation. There's very dreamlike in a sense where there's a lot of flashbacks that mesh in between of stories. Like, during the dialogue scenes, they'll talk, and then instead of just sitting on the people talking, it would cut back to the future or back to the past, or it would go in and out. And that was at least visually creative enough to make me care. Like, I wasn't bored. I was visually invested, not because it was like crazy cinematography or anything or production design, but it was just like, there was creative ways to be like, oh, I see why you did that. That makes sense. I like it, and it's keeping me visually entertained. So,
and early on, there were a few things. I was kind of sad when they kind of stopped doing it a little bit. There were some scenes where it was like showing you a scene and then cutting back to a character, and that scene is clearly what they're anxious about is happening
you see what
right
they're thinking
now.
of.
And that happens early on, like right after information comes out, like right in the end of the first act, basically, and in the early second act. That they kind of stopped doing because characters stopped being directly anxious, so it makes sense. But I thought it was really cool where like other movies will do like that type of like fantasy sequence like in black and white, or like in
like Oppenheimer,
like show visually something is different to be like, okay, this isn't really happening. But this one is just like, hey, you can infer that.
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't shove it. You're right. It didn't shove it down your throat.
Yeah.
It was, the camera work would be a little different. It'd be grainier or something, or handheld.
Yeah.
But it was nice, and it presented it well. Like I said, I mean, it is just a melodrama starring Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. The third act gets really, it's not more a rom-com. I was worried it would be, so I was a little bit going with
I'm glad it wasn't.
expectations. It was more of a drama, quite literally.
And it was funny, but yeah, it wasn't like a dramedy. It's just like a lot of the funny was just in like how characters reacted to things. They weren't making jokes.
Yeah, and it was like the third act kind of turns up the intensity. I want to say, I thought I saw a Letterboxd review saying it was like uncut gems for straight people, but I can't find it now, so I don't think that's accurate. But I mean, the ending kind of makes you go, ugh. Not like cringe comedy, but just kind of like, ugh, this is tense. You don't know where it's gonna go, right?
Yeah,
so
and
that was nice.
And then every time something happens, you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because it's just, imagine like being like just a guy in the room for that and just being like, what the fuck is happening?
I know. Well, that's why I lost a little. It got a little bit corny for me because I was just like, this is so over the top. Like, if people just stopped and thought for 2 seconds, none of this would be happening. But that's a movie. That's what melodrama is. And we're gonna spoil what the big reveal is because you should see it without that.
Go see it.
If you're interested. Oh,
yes,
if you're interested for that, I was gonna say.
If you want Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, if you want to see their trilogy this year, I recommend it because I think this was quite a good time. I did enjoy it. It was a good movie.
If you like the two actors and you like A24, this is a very not generic, but run-of-the-mill A24.
Yeah, like by the books.
It's kind of like, it's kind of artsy, it's kind of out there, but it's not too much for like a normie to hate. I could see, millennials really like, because it's all about
it's a very
characters.
millennial coded movie
So
in a way that isn't like off-putting because we are both Gen Z and I think that is a little bit of a cultural thing.
Yeah, we'll get into
for
that.
it, but
if you like A24, if you like the leads, check it out. If you like melodrama and spoilers, here we go.
Or first of all, I give it a 7.
I also give it a 7.
It's like a 7.5 rounding down. It's between a 7 and an 8 for me, but I'm choosing to round down. If just because I'm like, I notice I tend to overrate movies and then be like, and then a few days later be like, I'll drop it. Like I did that with Hoppers. I've done that with other movies that I'm just like, I'll temper myself and maybe I bump it up later.
That's
but
better. I like
7.
that. I like it. Well, your partner had a good call where it's like, when I rewatch this, I don't think I'd like it that much on a rewatch. Like the most interesting part of it was, where the hell is it going?
Yeah.
But now that I know where it went and what it would do, I don't think I would be as engaged watching it a second time.
I do wonder as well, but I'll find out if I ever rewatch it.
So the spoilers.
Spoilers.
Zendaya,
Click away now. Spoilers. Go see the movie. Like, comment, subscribe. Spoilers.
Yes. The big inciting incident. They're drunk, and everyone goes around of what's the worst thing you've ever done. And Gerard Carmichael, I think he's like, I used my girlfriend as a human shield for a dog bite.
Yeah.
And then Rachel, that bitch.
Was that who that was? Let me pull up the cast.
And then he's in Poor Things and other things.
Was he?
And Rachel, the bitch.
No, that was Mamoudou Athie.
What? So sound just like, it's not like him.
Whole ass different guy.
Whatever. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, he looks like Gerard Carmichael. Sorry.
No comment.
Anyway, Rachel, she's like, I locked a mentally disabled kid in a closet for 2 days. And then everyone's
like, over one night.
Well, a day and a half.
Yeah, which still insane.
So everyone's like, "Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so quirky." Wow. And then Rachel's like, I almost.
No, that was Rachel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Zendaya. I don't know.
Zendaya, Emma.
She's like, I almost shot up a school. And then everyone's like, oh.
And everyone's like,
oh,
what?
They clutch their pearls like the millennials that they are.
Yeah.
It's like, what? And then all of us kind of looked at each other in the theater. We're like, that's not.
Yeah, we were like, that's like whatever.
It's not a good thing.
It's not good, but like you didn't do it.
No, well, and also it's annoying because they were like, Robert Pattinson was like, I cyberbullied when I was 14, and they said, well, it's fine, your brain would develop. And she was like, I was 15 when I almost shot up a school, and they were like, oh, well, that's bad. It's like, so that's what I mean about melodrama, where it's just like, it's kind of a big deal if you care. Like, if I was in this friend group, I would care. But as an audience member, I'm like, I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know if I would care if I was in that friend group. I'd be like, yeah, but you didn't.
Rachel makes such a big fuss about it. It's like, my cousin was disabled in a shooting. It's like, okay, she's a bitch on purpose. You're supposed to hate her, but it's also, it makes the husband naturally spiral, and he goes like, oh, he has to throw away a mug that has a gun on it.
Yeah.
And
I think it's less he's spiraling because of the information he found out, and more because of Rachel's reaction. Like of what he thinks other people think of.
I guess I didn't really get that impression.
Is kind of what I thought.
I'm sure it's both, but for me, it seemed to me more like, well, when she walks in holding a knife, he like actually gets scared.
True, yeah.
So I think he fears.
She does do the. Do you guys think I'm fucking crazy?
She literally did that.
It was so funny.
So he gets anxious about that because the wedding's coming up and he can't back out, and then it spirals like Uncut Gem style, where it's like it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and then the wedding is the most. I don't even know. It's just really out there in terms of.
It was super chaotic.
How far it goes.
It was.
It's cringe comedy, but not the comedy. It's just cringe.
It was really cringe and just like, oh no, okay.
That's why it was a little bit much, and it was like, oh gosh, I don't even know.
But like, yeah, as a viewer, like if someone was giving me this tea, I'm eating my popcorn. I'm like, this is incredible. It's incredible drama.
Interesting, but it just makes you like at the last act when the dad's talking, and then Rachel gets up and gives a big ass speech. I'm just like, all right, it's a little bit too on the nose. Like, I get you're trying to make us cringe, and it's working, but it's like, it's a little bit much. Like, come on, tone it back. I liked the tone before. It was, I don't know. It was good.
I thought the tone was just like building in just like anxiety the entire time, and then it's like Charlie is like, fuck, she has to get up to speak. Don't say anything, please.
Yeah.
And then his anxiety gets the better of him in his speech, and he just lets it all out. That just starts saying shit that no one was thinking.
Yeah,
it's just like that anxiety just gets in you, and you're just like, ugh.
That's why it's on the nose, though. I was just like, all right, obviously he's gonna say something. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of like,
I guess so,
it lost me a little bit, but it was okay. And then the ending, it all works out. They go to the diner that they talked about with reincorporation, and
yeah,
I was like, I wish they'd cut the black one scene sooner, but that's just like, I like bleak, dark, depressing shit.
Yeah, I liked the ending a little bit because it was just like, I liked it because it was like, hey, I can forgive the fucked up thing you did. You can forgive the fucked up thing I did. We can start over. It'll be fine.
I guess.
Like, we can
it
get
makes
through
sense,
this together.
but from a movie perspective, I was like, all right, clearly it had to have a happy ending, and I wish it did. I wish they'd cut the scene when he was by himself in his.
I was also hoping it would, and then it didn't, and I was like, okay, but then it came around, and I liked it again.
It was fine. It wrapped it up with a nice bow, and honestly, the preceding story, I didn't think deserved a nice bow, but maybe they're meant for each other. That's what the story's trying to say.
Yeah, because they're both weird and fucked up.
My throat's going, so I'm.
Oh, fair enough.
I'll call it.
We're still
TFF.
lost our voices
no one said
from
hi.
TFF.
You suck.
I didn't go suiting much.
Me either, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Next con, we'll send out a community post and say you can meet us at FWA.
Yeah, we'll be at FWA as well.
We'll do a fan meetup and no one will show up. Well, next movie we'll see is.
I have no idea. We don't want to see the Mario movie.
No, I don't want to see the
Mario.
Sorry,
unless we get 5,000 likes, we won't see the Mario movie. But if you get 5,000 likes, I promise.
Well,
so comment, subscribe, tell your friends.
I popped into the Dolby Theater this afternoon while you were getting your drinks,
yeah.
And I saw one scene where there was like the castle was crashing into the earth. They were running away. This castle stops. They go, whew, that was close. They start, and it starts crashing again. They just repeat the same scene twice.
I've heard it's just chaos.
Well, then Bowser comes out and he's like, ha, I'm free. And then Mario is like, I don't know what he said. He said something so stupid. He's like, oh, how did that happen? Like, it was the most bland line delivery ever.
It's Chris Pratt.
Yeah, CP.
He forgot how to act when he got thin.
You know, he calls himself CP. He prefers that.
Yeah.
Okay, next movie will be soon. Stick with us, like and subscribe. We'll talk soon. Leave a comment. Okay, bye.
Bye.